Welcome, everyone, to True Heel Heat YouTube channel. This is the NXT Takeover War. Well, let me start that over. War Games 2020 pay-per-view review roundtable. I am Romeo Anthony Colon, and I am joined by some good brothers. Let me start with my Wednesday night warrior compadre, the host of Joints and Jabronis. He is Chris G.
With Mary Jane.
And also joining us, the Roundtable Rebel, three-time baby making Le Champion.
Almost forgot about this thing.
Ness. How you doing?
True Hills, what's the deal? I'm feeling mighty fine, guys. Just watched a decent show and glad to be here with my good brothers and Mary Jane of my own.
Oh, look at that. Twice the Mary Jane. We are in for an adventure. Before we talk about NXT Takeover, friendly reminder, please thumbs up this video, show your support for the True Heels, share this video with all your friends, leave a comment, let us know what you think about what we're about to say, and if you're new here, subscribe. We have a bunch of new subscribers. Thank you for joining the channel. You're going to love it. Hey, what kind of wrestling do you like? Do you like New Japan? Do you like ROH? Do you like Impact? Do you like WWE? Do you like AEW? Do you like NXT? We got it all here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Nobody else, nobody does it like we do. Show your support. Thank you for watching. NXT War Games started off the women's War Game match. Team Shotzi versus Team Candice. Shotzi's team comes out. Shotzi's got a new tank. Me, personally, I was a little disappointed it wasn't a, Rusev tank from WrestleMania 31. It was almost the same shit she's been doing before. All the ladies, they get on it, they pose. That was nice. That was cool. But still, come on. All that teasing. I got blue balls from that. But anyways, Dakota Kai's in the ring, and Shotzi's in her tank, and she fires like, I don't know what she fired. But it looked cool, so at least I'll give her that.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it was. It looked like a rolled up towel or some shit.
She shot her load prematurely. There's just a bunch of pre-dust.
Dakota and Ember Moon start, and I don't know if you guys know it, but Wade Barrett was fucking lost on commentary. He's talking about how the heels have the advantage. No, the baby faces have the advantage. Don't you watch NXT, Wade Barrett? They have the advantage. He had it all wrong. Shotzi comes in. She brings in the toolbox from under the ring. Raquel after to even the odds. Rhea Ripley comes in, whooping ass with a belt. And then Toni Storm with a kendo stick. Io Shirai comes in. She brings in the ladder. And then Indy Hartwell jumps Io Shirai. Okay, now this neck brace shit, it's getting out of hand. Now it's getting way past what Hulk Hogan was doing in 1995. This is one big acting job by Indy Hartwell. Io Shirai, she puts a fucking garbage can on her head and dives off of the top of the cage on everyone in what will surely be a gift to remember for as long as we live. I thought after this spot is when the match gets much better for me. We have the Ember Moon eclipse on Dakota Kai through two chairs. Jesus, that looked scary. The match ends. Raquel powerbombs Io Shirai through a ladder between the both rings off the top rope, probably setting her up for a title shot pretty soon here. 43% of you on the True Heel Heat Instagram page thought Team Candice was going to win. You are correct. The majority were wrong. I gave this match, I thought it was a little too slow for me until the garbage can spot off the top. But then after that, it picked up for me. So I gave it 3 3/4 stars. I think the baby faces having the advantage was weird and probably maybe worked against this match. Oh, by the way, the Shotzi dive off the top of the ladder onto Candace Lorraine. Apparently, Candice may have broken her arm during that spot. Very sad, very sad. I want to say the story was about Shotzi versus Candice But the ending of this match was all about Raquel and Io. Very weird for me. I didn't like that. That really bumped down the star rating for me. Ness?
I actually gave this match a 4-star rating. I enjoyed it for what it was. Of course, it's going to, in my opinion, they're going to start off slow. This match is supposed to be long as fuck because everybody has to be in the ring legally for the match to start. With everybody coming in at 5-minute intervals, you don't want to go crazy within like the first, 5 to 10 minutes of this match. The spots were crazy. A couple miscues during the match between the ladies. Some of them, didn't get their moves off the right way or, have a lot of power or finessing their moves. But the match overall, I think, was still enjoyable. That dive off. If she would have did a moonsault with a trash can on her head, I probably would have gave this match 5 stars. That would have been some shit to see. But also, there's things I also got to agree with. The story was about Candice versus Shotzi, and then the major story that came out of it is Raquel Gonzalez pretty much coming out of left field because she's like the least, I wouldn't say known, but the least popular person in this match. She leaves beating or picking up the victory at that over the NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai. So she's definitely going to have a title shot down the line. But yeah, them just switching from one story to the next, kind of made for a little bit of an error as far as, the excitement and definitely for my rating for the match. But overall, it was still a decent match. So kudos to all the ladies. And I hope that Candice has a speedy recovery if it's anything serious. She got me a win in my wrestling fantasy league. But now she's injured, so shit.
I forgot about the wrestling fantasy league, and I'm the fucking commissioner. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
Don't forget them points.
No. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I gave the match 3.5 stars. I expected it to be a little slow in the beginning and a little sloppy. I mean, War Games matches are usually sloppy. It's a lot of fucking chaos and destruction. I thought it was physical though. The trash can crossbody was flying trash can. It was fucking great. It was a rememberable spot. Raquel looked strong, I think, which was needed because I don't know. I feel like she needs more of a spotlight on her, so that was good. The Shotzi spot off the ladder was dope. I didn't know that Candice broke her arm though. That's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not too bad and she recovers pretty quick. The way to end it, I guess it is kind of weird because those two women weren't really primarily the focus of the actual War Games match or why the War Games match actually happened. But shit, if it's leading to another storyline, at least it's worth something. It's not just a pin for pin's sake.
Finn Balor warns us that Wednesday all eyes will be back on the Prince. So enjoy all your little high spots tonight with the cages and everything that happens tonight because the Prince is back. Then it's time for Tommaso Ciampa versus Timothy Thatcher. And this match, you either love it or you just don't like it. You know what kind of style match it's going to be. This is Timothy Thatcher. It's going to be in ring. It's going to be mat hold. It's going to be rough and aggressive. His ear gets busted open really bad, blood and guts. And at that point, holy shit, I'm interested in this match. Not too far after that, Ciampa with the Widow's Bell for the win. 71% of you correctly predicted Ciampa would win this match. I feel like I need to watch this match again, maybe, to get a better appreciation for it. But to me, I think it was a little bit boring. I don't know. I gave it 2 3/4 stars. Richie Moon.
What's going on, guys?
What is up?
So I want to interrupt. I want to interrupt with quick funny story. So end of the match, I go outside. Pizza finally gets here super late. I accidentally locked the door behind me, so had to call a roommate, come back, and boom, now we're here now. But listen, we're here. Little bit of the pizza's here, so you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's I can't laugh too much. That's happened once or twice to me in my lifetime. I don't know about you guys.
Chris,
can't hear
happy
you.
to be.
Chris, can't hear you.
It was
I didn't even know it was on mute.
Oh my gosh.
And I've definitely locked my car keys in my car before that too. I've done that.
Yeah, that's me.
But we're here now. So where are we at, gentlemen?
We just got into Champa Thatcher, but give us your thoughts on women's War Games match.
Oh man, they started the show off with a bang, man. I like the way the order was, with the order that they had the woman come in. Io Shirai, crazy, the trash can spot when she puts it over herself and jumps into him. It was awesome. A very unexpected ending with Io Shirai being pinned. So, it was good. It was a good way to start off. It was definitely a good way to start off the show. I'll give that a 4. Yeah, that was fun. It was fun. It was exciting. It was nonstop. It was a good match.
Now you can talk about Champa Thatcher.
Man, hard hitting. It's a work. It's hard. Guys, wrestling is work, man. It's a work, man. Those two beat the hell out of each other. But yeah, man. I mean, what do you expect from Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Champa, man? I want to see that match again. Maybe not so soon. I'm pretty sure both of their bodies need a break. But yeah, I definitely want to see this rivalry continue between these two.
Shit, man. This is gritty. It was physical. It had that old school feel, like two old school hosses that just gonna beat the shit out of each other. You have to appreciate the fact that this match is different from any other takeover match that's gonna happen. It's refreshing. Not every match feels the same, every match shouldn't feel the same on a takeover. So I think it accomplished that. The bloody ear just added to it because he's just grinning and just smiling about it the whole time, like the sick fuck that he is. I liked it, man. It was slow, but it was hard hitting, and I was still invested in it. So I give it 3. 3 stars is good.
I think I gotta watch this match again myself to appreciate it for what it was, because when I first seen it, this is probably like one of the matches of the night that was I wouldn't say a dud, definitely was far from a dud, but like I was expecting more from the match. With Timothy Thatcher, he just wrestles. Yeah, like doesn't have a gimmick, doesn't really have a personality. He gets in the ring, that's his personality. That's what he does. Like that's where you find out what he's about. Tommaso Champa, nothing else you can really say about it. You already know Tommaso. You hear that name, you know who Tommaso Champa is and what he does. With that being said, there was a little bit of their personalities and elements of their matches booked into the night. I think the bloody ear made for the match rather than, from what I watched the first time. Like I said, maybe I need to watch it again. But, I mean, from a few spots, like it was like just kind of like a regular match, like could have been on like NXT or some shit, in my opinion. But like again, I'll watch the match over. Maybe I'll see other things that I didn't see the first time around. But it was just like I gave it a 3.5. It was just like it was okay, in my opinion. Very brutal, but like just nothing crazy. Nothing really stood out to me.
You could see the differences in opinion about this match. Like I said, you could either really, really like it or really, really be mad about it. We want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments what you thought about Champa versus Thatcher. But I feel like this is a first chapter for these guys. Like I think they can have another match, and I think they could do even better than what this was.
I think they need to fight in like a fucking pit,
there you go.
like a dead. Or even a cage match, but like something like with a crazy atmosphere.
Like him and Riddle did. I think it was like it was like a
Lions Den
match. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Him and Ciampa and that. Yeah.
Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes. Strap match. For me personally, I thought this was a good change of pace from the last match. I thought the pacing throughout the whole show was nice. There was a lot of outside of the ring spots in this match. Cameron Grimes, of course, he's got the burlap sack. He puts it on Dexter Lumis to cover his eyes. You don't want to look in Dexter Lumis's eyes. That's the whole secret. Unless you're Miss Chrissy Love, she probably like that. There's a chair set up in the ring. Cameron Grimes, Dexter Lumis makes him slip. His head hits the chair. And then Lumis hog ties him into the silence for the submission win. 83% of you on the True Heel Heat Instagram page voted Dexter Lumis correctly. I thought this was a good effort by both of these guys. But I hate the booking. I hate stuff with the Dexter Lumis. Can Cameron Grimes get some shine? Come on.
Where's the respect?
Push Cameron Grimes to the moon. I'll give this match 3.25 stars.
Yeah, I gave it 3.25 stars. Yeah, this match is goofy. I'm a big Cameron Grimes fan. I want him to go over. I understood he wasn't, but it is what it is. That's the rumors. He can wrestle. I just don't really care about his weirdo Dexter character, like the real Dexter.
See, that's funny. That's funny because I think it's the opposite. I enjoy his character more than I do his wrestling. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, but he's just weird, so I'm just like, so I'm like, yeah, something wrong with this nigga. But but it was. I wish they would have did a little bit more in the match, but I don't know. It was alright.
I thought this match exceeded my expectations. I think Cameron Grimes is going to be one of those characters where he loses a lot of his feuds, but he has a kind of character where it kind of doesn't matter because of the kind of eccentric character that he is. It really doesn't matter.
Does that remind you of anyone off the top of your head, or any of you guys? Does that remind you of anyone?
Velveteen Dream lost a lot, but your character is so. It's so flamboyant, so exaggerated that it kind of they get away with it because it's really like a character flaw. You know what I'm saying? You got too cocky or whatever.
Guys, please don't turn off the video just because we mentioned Velveteen Dream. Please keep watching. Please don't. Let's not get into it.
I think it's interesting. This feud was based on Cameron not wanting to look Dexter Lumis in his eyes, and then the closing sequence of the match, he wraps a strap around his eyes so he can't look at him. So, okay, even though the whole feud is based on him being scared to look at you, whatever. Yeah, 3.25. It was a good match. It was a good effort by both of them. Those leathers, both of them going to feel the leather straps tomorrow. Goodness gracious, are they going to feel it? Yeah. That's what I think of when I hear Cameron Grimes. The hat.
I rate this match fucking overrated because anything over 3 is too much for this. I thought it was 2.5. I mean, I thought it was a little boring. A lot of spots where you just everybody, they're flipping each other over shit. It was what it was. I seen better strap matches. I thought they could do a lot more, and I feel like it dragged. So, I mean, I don't really got a lot to say about it, to be honest. I was disappointed, so 2.5 stars.
I don't know if I was watching a wrestling match or 50 Shades of Grey.
You could have given it a
Then he put blindfold. He put the bag over his head. Like, oh, these niggas in the bondage. This is not what I want to see right now.
We are all over the place with these last 2 matches. Jeez.
That's what it was from this. These were two. I don't want to call them low points because they were good efforts, but these last 2 matches were just kind of took it calm down for the show for me. The opener, in my opinion, definitely set the tone for the rest of the night. And then it was just these 2 back-to-back matches that just had me it was meh at this point.
Thankfully, we get a tease. There's a vulture in the CWC. We get a tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Karrion Kross is coming soon, and he better fucking come on Wednesday night, I swear. NXT needs something.
Yeah.
And got Sting, though, but that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Sting!
Fucking vultures all over Wednesday, no.
I was gonna say, there's a bunch of bullshit. I feel like that was kind of a little bit of a jab because just they could have used just clocks and candles and the little timed sand thing that he always used, but they just chose to use a bunch of vultures.
In cold.
No, but that's what a carry-on is, isn't it? This fucking animal that feeds on the dead or something.
Oh, touche. Yeah, touche.
Yeah, so Sting's stealing his gimmick. Just kidding. Don't tweet me. Romeo, what the fuck are you talking about?
You don't do true rewind.
Hey, I'm currently in the Surfer Sting era. Johnny Gargano, Leon Ruff, Damian Priest for the North American Championship. The story of this match is basically Ruff's getting in the way for both Priest and Gargano. He's trying to take himself seriously. It's almost like a gnat that Gargano and Priest are trying to swat. The spot with the Damian Priest, Razor's Edge, Leon Ruff through the plexiglass. I've never seen Razor Ramon do that.
Took my man out.
Yeah, takes Ruff out of the match for a bit, but he returns. Gargano lawn darts him into Priest's head in the corner. Then he ties Priest up in the ropes on the other ring. Ruff almost catches Gargano with the crucifix pin that he used to beat him a couple of weeks ago on NXT for a great near fall. Priest gets on a roll, but then all of a sudden, ghost faces come out of nowhere. Ghostface killers. They show up. There's 3 of them. They jump Damian. Then there's... But Priest was awesome, taking them all out. He was going all out to take them out. Ruff almost steals it with a splash off the top rope on Johnny. And then another ghost face appears. This time with a lead pipe hits Priest. That takes him out for good. Johnny Gargano with the one final beat on Ruff for the win. And new North American champion. Three times. First ever. Three times. Oh,
still my gimmick.
That knows about 3 times.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, the ghost face with the lead pipe reveals himself. It's Austin Theory returning. And then he pays tribute to Vince McMahon. It was me all along. It was me. Austin.
It was me.
He could have used that. It was me, Austin. But he didn't.
Yeah. Oh, well, you missed a golden moment. You missed a golden moment in NXT.
I think he did say that. Did he not? Or am I bugging? I think he did.
He didn't give it that, Vince. It was me all along, Austin. He didn't give it that, so you missed it. It was golden moment missed.
Oh no, I didn't catch it. I just catch the whole. It was me.
50% of you on the True Hill Heat Instagram story picked Johnny Gargano to win. I thought this was great, and I thought this was a turning point for the pay-per-view because I didn't. Yeah. The previous 2 matches were, so-so. You could, look at them either way you can. But I thought this match turned the pay-per-view around. It brought it up, and I gave this a very high rating. I gave it 4.25 stars. Chris?
I didn't know what to expect coming into this match, so I was pleasantly surprised. The power
because of Leon Ruff. Because of Leon Ruff, right?
Yeah. He was good. He definitely proved that he belongs there, yo. Because I was like, at first, I was like, who the fuck is this jabroni winning the title? This bullshit. But now I'm like, all right. Now I get it. I take that back. You knew the Scream masks were coming. It's not David Arquette. It's finally proven wrong.
There's still 6 of them. He might be one of them.
I was hoping
he might be. I was hoping he was the main. I hope he was the main one. But I'll take Austin Theory. Romeo called it from the beginning. So, good job. Yeah, man, just good pacing, good back and forth action between all guys. Just had me guessing. I didn't know who was going to win. Priest looked strong. I don't mind Gargano winning. I give the match 4 stars. It's 4 stars.
Ness?
I gave it 4.25. I liked how everybody played to their strengths in this match. Damian Priest, big guy, agile. He was moving all over the place. His spots, those double move spots he hit on Leon and Gargano at the same time was fucking crazy. Even Leon Ruff, man, I'm going to give him congratulations. Like, I know some people are going to complain that, he lost it. And this pretty much just, if they just continue to use him, like, that's another star right there for sure. Johnny Gargano, the 3-time North American champion. Like, everything about this match was great. My only complaint, like, I get it now that there was only one Austin Theory is just the Scream Mask guy. But it was just like all the extra ones. I was okay with the 3. Then, like, the 3 more came in. Somehow, all right, come on, man. Like, all right, we're okay. But, I can overlook that. I gave it 4.25. This match was definitely a turning point in the pay-per-view for me. It turned back up. Energy was there. Like, even the NXT, what do they call them there? At the CWC? I don't know. I thought they had, like, a special name for them. But, like, they were into it. You can see in the crowd, especially when Leon Ruff got Razor's Edge into the fucking plexiglass, which that was another crazy spot. It was just a whole lot of action. You got the one story that I thought was going to go into it was like, oh, Leon Ruff can get it done. He will retain. Clearly he did not, but still, it was still a great match and an outstanding performance by everybody involved.
I agree. I would give this match 4 stars. Everybody really knew their role and played it accordingly. I always thought this story was that I assumed that he was going to lose, but I thought the story was him proving that he can hang with Johnny Gargano, and I call him Bodico Taker, Damian Priest. I thought that was a story. I never really expected him to win. I thought it was either going to be Johnny Gargano or Bodico Taker. I really like this match. Like I said, everybody played their roles to a T. Really good match, good back and forth. Everything that these guys already said. It was a really good match, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, great job by Leon Ruff. Give that man some credit.
Yeah, man.
He could sell too. He was bumping around.
Oh yeah.
We learned that there will be a special NXT episode January 6th called New Year's Evil. Ness, do you have a problem with that, Ness?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. NXT is allowed to do their themed episode just like AEW does.
Mm-hmm.
They should. Is Sting going to be there? Is Sting going to be there? If Sting's not there, then...
they're going to bring back Taker to NXT. That's what's going to happen.
War Games main event for the men. Undisputed Era versus Team McAfee, the Kings of NXT. Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne start, thankfully. This is as fun a 5 minutes as you can expect between these two. Next up, Oney Lorcan, who, by the way, talked a lot of shit on Twitter. I am going to, in all caps, by the way, sorry. I am going to lose it for real. I need someone to set up a GoFundMe to pay for my bail after Sunday at War Games on the WWE Network, because they're going to put me in jail.
Ooh, he talking spicy. Ooh, he talking real spicy. I like it. I encourage all the spicy talk.
All caps.
All caps. That's the only way he tweets, though. Everything is in caps.
All
hey,
caps.
how you doing?
Love it.
Well, Oney and Pete Dunne, they 2-on-1 advantage. They weaken Kyle O'Reilly. Bobby Fish is next. Great strategy. Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Great. I love it. Birch is out after. He stops Pat McAfee first. He's like, I'll do it. You go last. Birch brings out the cricket sticks. Roderick Strong next. He gets blasted by Oney Lorcan as soon as he enters. I was like, whoa, chill. Strong recovers. He cleans house. And then Pat McAfee is next. He pulls out tables from under the ring. They have the Undisputed Era members' names on them.
That was a nice touch.
Yeah, that was. Pat McAfee does a moonsault off the top rope through Roderick Strong on Roderick Strong's table. Adam Cole finally comes out. He brings out the fire extinguisher to put out the flames. Kyle O'Reilly's out here. He's calling Pat McAfee a bitch. I'm just reading on my notes here. Pete Dunne gets thrown into Danny Burch on a table, but I am the table. The table does not break. Roderick Strong finishes the job. Adam Cole, he's got Pat McAfee on the top rope. He throws him off the top rope into a table. The table was pretty far. It was almost in the middle of the ring. I thought Pat did a nice job jumping that far to nail that bump. And then out of nowhere, this is the complete opposite of Io Shirai earlier. Pat McAfee's on the top of the cage. Like, what the hell? Where did that come from? And he does I want to say a swanton off the top of the cage onto everybody. Nobody catches him. Maybe barely, maybe a graze.
You got graze. That's it. Nobody caught that.
Got paid dues, kid.
You would have thought that was Charlotte Flair doing an assault.
Bro,
I don't even think anybody.
They literally did the Moses, like this shit. He just parted. Like as soon as he came down, everybody was just like, "Oh, flop this way."
Pay your dues.
Oh man. Triple H and Shawn must have taken all the guys backstage and been like, "Hey, you want to do a rib on Pat?" Pete Dunne with a bitter end on Kyle O'Reilly for a great near fall. They teased Pat McAfee doing a Panama Sunrise on Cole, but Cole does it on Pat. And wow, I couldn't believe that Pat McAfee kicked out of it. Pete Dunne then with another bitter end on Adam Cole through a chair. Roderick Strong saves the pin. And then Kyle O'Reilly with a flying knee off the top rope onto the chair on the face of who else? The guy that talked all the shit, Oney Lorcan, for the win. Chaotic ending with all the near falls was unexpected for me, but awesome. The Undisputed Era pose at the end. We are NXT, you can hear him saying. 75% of you on the True Heel Heat Instagram page correctly picked Undisputed Era. I thought this match was awesome. I thought it was much better than the women's. No offense to the women. I give this match 4.5 stars. Richie.
Yo, man, this match was everything you expected it to be. I think Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly set the bar for what this match is going to be in their match. It wasn't the go home show. It was the week before.
Yeah.
Oh man, they already set the bar for what this match was going to be. Shout out to was Pat McAfee was born to be a wrestler, man. He between the promos, him just being super athletic, he was born to be a wrestler. This match was everything you expected it to be. Really awesome. Shout out to all those guys. They're all going to feel it in the morning. I agree. I give this match 4.5 stars. But in the end, it was the Undisputed Era that took it. A really good match. It was different from the women's match. I enjoyed both, but yeah, this is definitely match of the night, main event. Undisputed Era boys took it.
You know me, I love destruction, so this shit was great. There's not much more I can say about this. All the spots were good. I gave it 4.5 stars as well. I feel like Pat McAfee when they asked him like, what moveset do you want? He was like, can I have Shane McMahon's? Because that's what he's good at. He's just good at climbing shit and flipping off of shit and high spots. And for now, everybody loves it. I loved it. So kudos to him. He did what he had to do. Or everybody else in the ring, you could expect carnage and just a spot after spot and just them beating each other up. I mean, damn, that's a War Games match, And I don't know if Oni has a tweet yet. I hope he has a tweet up soon because I can't wait to see what he's tweeting.
And this match was the match of the night. I give it 4.5 stars as well. Like the difference between the men and the women's War Games, the men's War Games had like good wrestling in it, with the destruction on top of that. Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne starting it off, like that was great. We didn't get that in the women's match. Like it was just a bunch of spots pretty much. And then there was times where the match fell flat because there wasn't actually like any quote real wrestling going on. But we definitely got that in the men's match. Man, Pat McAfee, I wasn't on board at first, but yeah, this guy definitely, he has it. Definitely on his Shane McMahon, Jeff Hardy shit. I hope his back's okay from that Swanton bomb because nobody caught him. Man, it was just brutal, and it's crazy though. But I'll get to that in the when we do our LVP and all that type of stuff. But overall, the match was phenomenal. Glad to see that. I want to see where this Undisputed Era, I guess, face turn goes, and are they gonna like just what's next for them? Like this pretty much, because the last time we seen a dominant faction or dominant team be heels and then turn face, they like split up right after that. So Shield. So I don't know. I just want to see where they go from here. Are they actually going to go on a legit babyface run? Are they going to get called up?
Well, don't fucking say that shit.
I'm not saying I want that. I'm definitely not saying
the last words they said on the show was "We are NXT."
Oh, God. Shit, man.
Guess what, pal? We need you on Friday.
Exactly.
You don't know how much it pleases me to be a believer in Pat McAfee since day one. As soon as I heard him talk, I knew he was going to be a star. And now everyone's jumping on the Pat McAfee bandwagon. Come on. There's room for everyone. Come on. Match of the night. From the sounds of it, I think we all agree it was the main event.
Yeah, definitely.
Clean sweep. MVP, there might be some different votes here. I personally, I'm going to go with Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, a three-time North American champion, the first ever. And like I mentioned earlier, I feel like his match, where it was in the point of the show, it saved the show. It turned things around from where it was heading. It brought the momentum up, and that's just Johnny Wrestling. That's Mr. Takeover. Some people may say Finn Balor is Mr. Takeover. Finn Balor's missing a lot of shows lately. Johnny Gargano is my Mr. Takeover.
I think I like that one too. I think I'm gonna have to go with Johnny Wrestling. I mean, he is this for me. This heel turn in general for him has been an elevation of him because we know that he's a babyface. He is like the poster boy for being a babyface. But this heel turn, he has been awesome. I am really enjoying heel Johnny Gargano. So I'm gonna go with him for same reasons. Because by the time that triple threat match came in tonight, Takeover it wasn't living up to the same Takeover standards that we're all used to. And that match really elevated it. It was really good. It was a really good match. Johnny Gargano was just hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Johnny Gargano with the honorable mention to Pat McAfee, man. With the honorable mention of Pat McAfee.
I gotta go with the three-time North American champion, because when you are a three-time champion, you see the greatness in others. You know, arguably had one of the best matches of the night. He gets the win. What's so funny, man? What's so funny? I don't. But yeah, man, gotta go with Johnny.
I mean, Johnny's a good choice, but when I think about this takeover, the first thing that pops to mind is Io diving off in a fucking trash can. So even though she took the pin, I'm giving it to Io Shirai. That's my MVP to pull that shit off. It's the most, I can't. I'll never forget that.
If she would have did a moonsault, I would have gave it to her too.
That's what I thought she was gonna do.
So we did a moonsault. We would have had to call an ambulance. Somebody would have to call it.
We heard from Chris. We know what his opinion is. What do you guys think was better, the Io trash can thing or the Pat McAfee spot?
McAfee spot.
I like the Io spot more because I feel like with Pat McAfee, everybody was just like, oh, I feel like everybody decided at the same exact time. We're just like, he should pay his dues.
But I wouldn't give my MVP for that, for a loser. Jabroni.
Damn.
Once you get to this, I got a lot of fucking jabroni.
Jabroni of the night. Oh, well, start it off, Ness.
You know who's my jabronis? Both teams that lost in War Games. Not only because they lost, both teams had the fucking advantage, and then they lost. How the fuck does that even happen?
Damn, that is true. It's a lot of jabroni.
All 8 of y'all, just jackasses.
Jeez. Jackass jabronis. I think I'm gonna have to agree with that because you're right. Both of them did have the advantages starting out, especially the woman. Oh man, they was poor Ember Moon. Oh poor Ember, poor my cousin. They were just beating her down, just beating her down. It was like, oh, stop it, and they still lost. Craig, how you get fired on your day off?
Man, I feel bad saying who my jabroni is because this kind of hurts. Like, I never think I'd pick him as a jabroni, but I just wasn't in love with the match. And, you know, he's the NXT guy. He's way before Thatcher is. So he has to take the blame for this match for me. It was the worst match on the card for me. And he is the veteran. He has to take the lead. He has to take the blame. Tommaso Champa. I love Champa.
I can't wait till people see this.
but damn, that was the weakest match of the card for me, and I have to blame him.
Champa's gonna come after you.
Well, shit.
He said that. Not Champa, when you're watching, he said that.
I think 8 jabronis is a bit much. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it ain't.
Come on, man. 8 jabronis, man.
I have 2 jabronis.
Chris, you've done an MVP where you've named an entire company as MVP. AEW.
They deserved it. They brought out Sting.
Okay. So don't say 8 is too much.
All right. Okay.
That's just a great
mistake, guy. You got it.
Entire company, man.
You got it. My jabronis are Cameron Grimes and Dexter Lumis. Man, I expected so much more out of that strap match. I didn't get what I want, so.
Can I just throw Cameron Grimes in my jabronis, so now I have a total of 9 jabronis?
No, I will not allow it.
Come on. Yeah.
You'll have to send that request to the moon. See what I did there, Richie Moon? See what I did there? Oh, my God. I am awesome. We're going to put our thumbs out. And in 3, 2, 1, it'll be a thumbs up or a thumbs down for NXT TakeOver War Games 2020. 3, 2, 1. Unanimous thumbs up. All right, so we will rate this on a scale of 0 to 10. I will start with you, Chris.
Give it 7.5. Really good. I mean, it was a good card. I enjoyed most of the matches. I guess the only down match was the strap match for me. And I enjoyed personally the Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Champa match. So 7.5. Solid.
I'm gonna give this a 7.2. I thought, to me, a lot of these matches just could have been better. I had higher expectations than from what I saw. The women's War Game match, that's one of them. Thatcher Champa, definitely. Grimes and Lumis, I think, met my expectations. I thought they did good. Yeah, it's pretty much 7.2. But I think it's like, to me, it's like one of the weaker takeovers I've ever seen. But you look at the score, and it's like, that's still good. It's just they just so much of the time they just blow it out of the water. But this, for me, this wasn't one of those nights.
I thought it was a good card. Nothing that I feel like I'll be talking about, a week from now. Not to knock on it, but if I had to give it a score, I'd give like a good 7. I enjoyed it. I do have to say this. I do think, unfortunately, War Games have suffered from the aftermath of the events of Wednesday night. I feel like the wrestling world has been really focused on what happened after Dynamite and the fallout and the implications of what can be. I think War Games kind of got shoved to the back subconsciously of wrestling fans. So I think expectations, I think we're kind of a lot of us are subconsciously kind of like looking past TakeOver and just kind of like wanting to see what's happening on another wrestling company, to be honest with you.
I give it a 7.5. Again, you guys know how I felt about the second and third match. That kind of definitely was the down point of the show for me. The North American title match definitely brought my spirits back up in the overall show. But yeah, man, just 7.5. It was all right. Definitely not the same overall energy that we get from TakeOver. I don't know if, it happens, nothing too crazy.
Does anybody want to voice any opinions off the top of your head about what NXT needs to do going forward? Because AEW is just, I said it on Wednesday Night Warriors, that was like a Nate Robinson like knockout of NXT of what they did last week. They have the entire buzz of the wrestling community. NXT, they teased Finn Balor coming back. They teased Karrion Kross coming back, but they need more. What do they need? What can they do?
Change nights.
Oh.
I thought, honestly, I think they need to change nights, man. I don't think Wednesday nights is there for them anymore.
It's not gonna happen. I don't think so.
Yo, honestly, seriously, like all jokes aside, they should really go to Tuesday nights. All jokes aside, they should really go to Tuesday nights.
They shouldn't go to Tuesday. AEW on Tuesday nights too now.
I know, right? Tuesday's a new Wednesday. I think NXT needs to go back to what really brought NXT to the dance and just go back to their long-term storytelling, their really good matches. Not saying that they're not, but something's missing. It's not that same. I mean, of course, it's a revolving door, but it doesn't have that same 2016, 2017 circa vibe that it used to have, man. It used to have this vibe. NXT used to have this certain je ne sais quoi, and they've lost it. They've lost something, and I think they need.
It was 1 hour then.
It was 1 hour. It wasn't live. It was pre-taped. It was special because you didn't see it. Less is more. So go back to an hour. Go back to the network. Go back to no.
Not happening.
Nah, it's definitely not happening. Go back to what brought you, man. I think it's time for the Demon Finn Balor to come back, embellishing your characters. Just go hard with it. I don't know, but ultimately, just move to Tuesdays. All jokes aside, just move to Tuesdays. I bet you both shows will do $1 million. Move to Tuesdays.
Ness, anything else you want to add? Do you think maybe they'll start bringing more Raw and SmackDown talent to NXT?
No. The problem is they're trying to be like Raw and SmackDown. That's why that's like, I don't really have anything to say because what I'm going to say is not going to happen. So, like, just go back to the network. It's on USA. Like, people don't like to think that Vince has anything to do with it. It's fucking his company on television. He has a lot to do with that shit. Like Triple H and, he has pull all that shit, but like Raw and SmackDown, since they're on TV, like NXT is on TV, Vince definitely has his hand in that shit, and you can see it. NXT is the better version of Raw and SmackDown, but you can still see how like things get oversaturated, they get overly done. Some feuds can keep going on and they be decent. Some feuds go on way too long, just like on Raw and SmackDown. In NXT, when it was off of like live TV and on only on the network, things were done a lot better, especially the fact that it was only 1 hour because you have such a big roster and you can have an episode focused on this person, then go to the next episode and focus on somebody else, still showing stuff from the last episode. Now it's every week with people where you might have just seen a person a couple times out of the month and it was spaced out. The feud was decent. They still had like the person they're in a feud with, they'll have a match and, talk their shit about them. The next week, that person have their match, talk shit about the person they're in a feud with. Like the last week they meet up and then there's the pay-per-view. Like it wasn't all every week thing that you're like going in, going back and forth with these people. But yeah, it's like, that's never going to get back to what it was because, live TV, money, revenue stream, and all that stuff, that's more money. So, of course, they're going to go with more money and not listen to some niggas they never heard on the internet.
Yeah. Vince McMahon is not going to take NXT off where it's at right now. Yeah. He's getting at least 600K viewers every week. And that's 600K viewers that are not watching AEW.
I think they should go to Thursday. That's my opinion. They should. I wouldn't say Tuesday. I wouldn't go to any other night.
But listen to what I'm saying.
No. But I'm saying I would definitely, if they do change the night, if I would go to Thursdays. There's nothing on Thursdays except for Thursday Night Football. They're already on Monday.
It's not happening. Listen to what I'm saying. That's 600K viewers that you're possibly getting to Dynamite now.
They would get more if they didn't have to choose between them and NXT is what I'm saying. I mean,
it's not about getting more. It's not about getting more viewers. It's about getting less viewers for Dynamite.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It really is.
It really is.
Yeah, true. It's about cock blocking in a sense, I guess. It's the best term I could come up with.
At this time, it's a war tactic.
Exactly what
it's a war tactic.
It's a war.
Yeah, it's totally a war tactic. Yeah, they know they've lost, so it's just like, well, we're just going to keep these 600,000 away from you so Dynamite doesn't do $1 million every week.
Yeah.
Because if they do $1 million every week, they're only, what Raw does, what's 1.7, 1.8. They're not that far behind
Raw.
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
I mean, the first episode of Dynamite did 1.5 million, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't want. Yeah, so
how are we doing the ratings? Oh, we got crushed, Vince. They only got 900K though. Oh, great, that's amazing. We're doing great. Don't worry about it.
Ness, where can everyone find the three-time Babymaker Le Champion?
Every time you say that, I'll tell you that every time. You guys can find me on Instagram at skinny__Kravitz. You can find me on Twitter at skinny_Kravitz. You can find me right here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel with my man Stat King on Review of Honor. You can now catch me on Blunt Impact with my other co-host, Chris G. We're all over the place.
Is there anything going on this week in Impact Wrestling?
I mean, it's just, the AEW World Champion showing up with Don Callis, nothing major.
You can find me at The Richie Moon Show on all streaming, wherever you listen to your podcasts at. You can find me at The Richie Moon Show on YouTube, The Richie Moon Show on Instagram. You can find me at True Heel _Babyface on Instagram. You can catch me doing Raw reviews. I'm looking to do some end of the year stuff, maybe some best feuds of the years, who's the ace of all companies. I gotta whooping up a video essay for the end of the year. Yeah, you can catch me doing Raw reviews. Catch me on some Sunday nights with these guys. And these are Cody hands.
Oh man, you can find me at True Hill Chris G. You can find me on the Wednesday Night Warriors with my man Romeo Anthony Colon. Oh yeah, where we break down the Wednesday Night Wars, of course. And then you can find me on Blunt Impact, which now we got Kenny Omega coming on Impact this week, so that should be a fun one. And Joints and Jabronis 1 year anniversary dropping soon. Can't wait.
And you can find me, The Pride of NY, on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me right here every Monday or Tuesday, depending what's going on. True Rewind, where we go over the Monday Night War, WWF versus WCW this week. We got some shit. Roddy Piper's the new commissioner. Fucking Sherry, Alundra Blaze is knocking out Sherry, legit, because they have, forget it. Let me not give it all away.
What year are you guys in? You got, what's 97? That's 97, right?
1996.
1996. All right. Okay.
Let's check it out. And the Wednesday Night Warriors, as Chris mentioned. If you like NXT, if you're watching this NXT Takeover Roundtable review, you want to check out the Wednesday Night Warriors, where I am the only guy on this True Heel Heat YouTube channel that sees the good in NXT. NXT is pretty decent. Well, this show wasn't decent, but I gotta say that. This show.
I see the good in NXT too. I just see the really good in AEW.
Maybe 20 weeks in a row, probably.
It's not my fault.
They've been winning in the ratings like longer than that. NXT,
actually, last week was a tie, so just so you know, I'm just reporting the news.
They beat them in Thanksgiving. They beat them for Thanksgiving.
No, that was a tie.
It was a tie? Oh.
They found 2,000 more votes for AEW. Stop the count. Yeah. So, for Richie Moon, for Ness, for Chris G, I am Romeo Anthony Colon. Thank you for watching this NXT Takeover War Games 2020 Roundtable Review. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching.